I feel a pain in this connection. I feel two people that just as badly as both of them want to be in the same room, spending time together, laying next to each other in bed, just as badly that intensity is, it's like you guys know you have to be apart right now. This relationship, there is so much more in store. Your guys' purpose has not been completely fulfilled. Your story's not over. For you two to really have this next part of your life be successful and valued and able to keep a loyalty, they want me to say, you have to separate right now to not only like reflect on what you truly want in love, but to continue to get to know yourself. You know who you are. There was a humongous part of your life where you didn't. And even though we continue to learn about ourselves, it feels like maybe you got lost in this connection. Both of you were getting in, like, it was either a form of a distraction. It's collective takes for resonates. I feel either you became like distractions for each other, or it's like you couldn't even see yourself outside of them. I'm just saying every memory, every forward movement thought, like plans, they were there. It was something embedded where it almost became like you felt like you couldn't live without them and they couldn't live without you. If this is a connection, because collective takes resonates, if for this connection, this is where it's like everything was going phenomenal. You guys never really fully entered a relationship, but the passion and everything was so fucking there. And then they got ripped away from you almost. This is still your reading. This is understanding why you are in a divine intervention with them. Okay? So, this is one of the most intense loves you've ever experienced, but the intensity, it doesn't come from just fireworks. It doesn't just come from excitement. This is an inner knowing. This is a comfort. And the best relationships are going to challenge us. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you in this person. Something that was so different about this person for you is as soon as you met them, there was just this this inner balance. It was a comfort. It was a knowing. It was like having your guard down in a way you've never really been able to just automatically do with a person. Like, you've experienced love. You've experienced healthy dynamics. You've experienced victory in relationships, but it still was nothing like this. You can't force yourself. Who are you falling in and out of love with? I can sense that when you did meet each other, you were both probably in a very lost part of your life. No matter how much you had the 3D world figured out, whatever was going for you, it was like there's just this piece missing. It's like once you found this love, once you found this charming soul, you can never go back. And it feels like both of you rushed really fast into this. That's not always, relationships are all different. There's some people who they met each other, married 2 weeks later, and are still together decades later. And then there's some people who have been together for 10 years and then ended up, figuring out that that's not their person. Really, what I'm trying to say is there's no right or wrong answer to know when it's the right time to do something in a relationship. But what I sense is, even though that was a guided experience, just as guided as it was for you two to move fast, it was guided for this shift. It's almost what I feel like it was like backhanded. Like it came out of nowhere. You could have been the one that figured out, I don't see how this can continue happening. Or it was completely thrown on you. And it doesn't feel like this breakup was... The thing is that this breakup wasn't toxic. Like it's hard to not like this person. For some of you, it's just a break. For some of you, it's going to be a little longer. But Spirit says if you two didn't have this time apart, that would be the demise. There would end up being a resentment. There are certain aspects of both of you have to find by going in and not having that other person there as a distraction or something to more bounce your time and an energy and thoughts off of versus just this person. I can sense that no matter what you're thinking about when it comes to finances, or if you came from different walks of life, like it feels like this person would leave everything to be with you. This person wouldn't care if you had a mansion or if you were living in a box. All right, this soul, this connection, that if you're wondering if this separation has came because another person has taken their heart, I can definitely tell that nobody holds the position in their heart that you do. For some of you here, there may have been some other, hookups or etc. during your guys' time of separation, and they may feel something for them, but it's not the way they feel for you. I am sensing once there's more of like this 3D world brought together, like figuring out finances, figuring out how to share time, set boundaries, live together, move forward to that next stage, get married, however this resonates for you, for that to happen, everything that cannot come with you into the next part of your timeline is being released right now. There are natural endings. And you actually are flying with it this time. I feel like you've always been a person that embraced but was also very fearful of change. This was one of the biggest change. This was one of the biggest loops you really have felt through in a long time. But something within you knows it's not over. And nobody else in the world knows this person the way you do, and vice versa. Spirit says that the best thing you can do is remain calm. Speak your truth, but don't overspend your energy. But you're correct. Your story is far, far from being over together. For those of you who are not aware, not only am I a tarot reader, I am also a gaming streamer over on Twitch at Uncle Bronze Official, and during my night live streams on TikTok from time to time, I will log on and play video games with you. So if you're interested in checking out some of my gaming streams and chilling with us, you either can go to my Twitch account, which is linked in my YouTube and my Instagram bios, and also go ahead and make sure that you are following me on TikTok so you get the notification when I go on my live streams that are both tarot and gaming. That is what I have for y'all today, and I will see you when I see you. Let's get it.